What are the best seasons of life? What are the best seasons of life? Thousands or millions of materials have been written and produced in order to provide answer to this question. Many of these materials have been in circulation over thousands of years, hundreds of years. Some of them have been discovered and utilized, while some are not. Some are being put together right about now in order to still address this question. But for me, in my own understanding, I will assist to contribute my own answer to this very question. This is based on my own understanding, learnings, over 20 years of research, discoveries, and personal experiences. So I am going to attempt to provide this answer briefly in this video in 3 guides or manuals. I call them 3 transitions and phases. In summary, the best seasons of life comes with 3 different transitions and phases. And these 3 different transitions and phases, they don't happen by chance. They come with huge responsibilities. It is these huge responsibilities that have scared some people away from making any attempt to discovering these 3 best seasons of life. So they come with huge responsibilities, and it is is on you to find out these responsibilities and make sure you take care of them. One of the best seasons of life, number 1, is transition from ignorance to discovery. Transition from ignorance to discovery. From not knowing to knowing why you were born. From not knowing, being ignorant of why you were born, to discovering, coming to know it, that this is why I am here on earth. In other words, this is discovering the core essence of your life on earth. Core essence of your life here on earth. Why you are still breathing, you are still here on earth, on this planet earth with the rest of us. Transition from not knowing it to discovering it. So this is the first transition and phase, and it is where you are no longer in doubt. You have confirmed the vital signs. You have confirmed the vital signs, and you are now having conversation with your purpose. You can actually hear the voice of a purpose talking to you. The core essence why you are here on earth, talking to you. You see, this is the first best season of life. We've seen some people expressing joy and excitement when they have come to this very transition and phase. They say, wow, no wonder these things were happening. No wonder something within me was telling me about it. Now, after watching the video, I've confirmed it. After listening to that very teaching, that very master class, after being through that very mentorship class, now I have come to realize it. Some could even see it in their dreams, just like in the case of Joseph. So by this time, in this very transitional phase, you become so excited. It becomes one of the best things that have happened to you. And you can see some people, they quit some of their jobs, some of the things they labored so much to develop as career, in their ignorance of their core essence of existence or why they are here on earth. They quit it. Some of them did another course in school in order to come into alignment with the core essence of their life here on earth. It becomes the best season of their life, that they are no longer just beating about the bush. They are now aware. So now it is your responsibility. It is your responsibility, as I said, to discover it. It is your responsibility to discover it. It is your responsibility to make various inquiries about it, on how to go about it. It is your responsibility to ask important questions about this first transition and phase that becomes the best season of your life. It is also your responsibility to find relevant materials that will help you. Relevant materials in different forms, in different formats. It is your responsibility also to pray. It is your responsibility to say something about it, to speak to yourself and move on with that. From that very first transitional phase, which is transition from ignorance to discovery, you now proceed with the number 2. The number 2 is transition from discovery to proper actionable steps. Transition from discovery to proper actionable steps. These proper actionable steps are taken towards developing and investing in it. Towards developing and investing in what you've discovered, your core essence of being here on earth. You have to develop it, you have to invest in it. You don't allow it to lie dormant. You've discovered it. It has become one of the best seasons of your life. Now, what do you do with it? You develop it. Just like babies develop in the womb. When they are born, they continue to grow. You develop it. Secondly, you invest in it. You don't starve it. You don't allow it to be strangulated by circumstances of life. Don't take chances. Invest in it. Your time, your resources, financially, academically. You have to acquire certain skills. You have to acquire certain academic qualifications in order to help you to develop it. Invest in it. And after investing in it, test it. Test it. Don't be scared to take the first or the second step. Many of the inventions you see today, many of the wonderful discoveries, ideas that have become so helpful to humanity today, they were discovered, they were developed, and different kinds and degrees of investment were made in them before they contributed to the advancement and the development of this planet Earth. Yours, we do the same. So develop it, invest in it, test it. You're going to make mistakes, then you correct your mistakes, and by the time you've made your mistakes and corrected them, it becomes one of the best seasons of your life. You now know what works with this and what doesn't. It is one of the best seasons of your life. After testing it, you have to keep on improving on it. You keep on improving on it. Nobody is perfect. That's why certain inventions, different forms of upgrade, and different kind of versions. Okay, look at the car manufacturing industries. They will tell you 2024 model, 2022 model, 1967 model. All of that are improvements. They have discovered it, developed it, invested in it, tested it, and they keep on improving on what they have discovered and invested in. So that is it. Even some vehicles, some of them were recalled from different countries of the world as a result of one or two malfunctionings in some of their parts, whether the engine or the suspension, the interior. They were recalled and the mistakes were corrected. So why are you scared of making mistake? You are not the first. It is one of the best seasons of your life you cannot afford to miss. So you have to take responsibility, as I said. Take responsibility for this very second transition and phase. Take responsibility to find out and take the proper actionable steps. Take responsibility. What kind of mindset and materials do I need both to develop and invest in this beautiful discovery I have made about myself? What kind of material? What kind of invention? What kind of mindset? What kind of innovative ideas do I need right now? What kind of mentorship do I need? What kind of inspiration do I need? It is your responsibility to find out and also test it and keep on improving on yourself until the third transition and phase. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 29 said, do you see a man? Do you see a woman who is skilled in his work, in her work, who is skilled? He will serve before kings. She will serve before kings. He will serve before kings. Kings talks about those in positions of influence, the government, captains of industries, people that can influence certain principles that can affect the world, whether it is in your localities, in your state, or in your country, or in your continent. Kings. He will serve. She will serve before kings. What does it mean to serve? He's going to provide solution to their need, to their problems. He's going to solve their problems. He's going to provide value. That is one of the best seasons of your life. When you have come to this very second best season of your life, it is going to be so a wonderful experience for you.
Wow.
David transitioned to this very phase. He transitioned in 1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 18. David transitioned. He came to the palace for the first time in his life because of his skill and was able to provide solution to the situation of King Saul. Also, in 1 Samuel chapter 17 verse 49 to 50, David killed Goliath with a sling and a stone. With a sling and a stone. But before this time, he tested what he discovered in the bush. He killed the lion, he killed the bear, and these actions of his, of gallantry and bravery, were not widely reported until this second transition, where he now killed Goliath in the battlefield with a sling and a stone. And that was the best season of his life. When by your shot you were able to bring down your giant, it becomes one of your best seasons in life. when with your skill, knowing how to fire the right shot in the industry, in your career, in education, in the society, and you were able to command such attention, you were able to achieve such result, it becomes one of the best seasons in your life. Now it is still your responsibility. You have to take responsibility. How do I go about this? It is your responsibility to discover how to take the first shot and the best shot of your life. Remember, even if you make mistake, keep on correcting your mistakes and improving on yourself until the third transition. Number 3 is transition from proper actionable steps to mastery and profit. Transition from proper actionable steps to mastery and profit. At this very stage, in this transition and phase, you are now consulted, you are now hired and paid for the 3 best seasons of your life, which are transition from ignorance to discovery, to proper actionable steps, and mastery and profit. You do not go after profit at the first best season of your life. It's not yet time for profit making. Transition to the second, which is taking proper actionable steps, and don't stop there. Transition to the third, which is mastery and profit. That is why so many companies are being hired. Many individuals are being hired by government, by companies, by multinationals, by private individuals to provide solution, to provide value, because they have transitioned from the first best season of your life to the second and to the third. They have now gained mastery of what they discovered in the first best season. They kept on developing it, investing in it, improving on it, testing it. Now they have transitioned to the third, where they have gained mastery. I'm not talking about being perfect, because even when you have become the master in the field, when you've gained mastery, there is still room for further development, for further improvement, because one thing that is constant is change. Transition from proper actionable steps to mastery and profit. You have gained your balance.
Yes.
You have become a consultant, or you have become professional in the field. You are now being hired, you are now being paid for these other seasons of your life. Ignorance doesn't put food on our table, neither does it put us under the spotlight of greatness. It doesn't. So lack of proper actionable steps doesn't either. In the third transition and phase, you are already providing value to people, to nations, to your generation, to companies, to private individuals. But this was made possible by the successful completion of your 3 best seasons of life. So they pay you now, they pay you directly or indirectly. Again, it is your responsibility to gain mastery of your discovery, to gain mastery and decide your charges. How? Get relevant materials, read and connect to the genuine masters in the field for a proper guide. Thank you very much.